Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome aboard the Deary Astra for a special stream. Hello, Tommy. I'm glad you could make it. And I know you deleted your message, but I still see what you did there. You can't hide from me. Oh, yes, so today I reworked my audio setup, so hopefully we will be a little more audible on stream from now on. And hopefully that will help with some of the persistent complaints I've been getting about my mic in the past. But yes, so hopefully that'll be able to help. Alright, so the plan for today. First, we're going to roll for Ayaka, because I want to, I don't really want to wait any longer to do that. So we're going to do that first, and then once we're done rolling, once we get Ayaka, come hell or high water, Wallet Kun is ready to make the necessary sacrifice if necessary. Hello, Elite, glad you could make it. So yes, once once Ayaka has been obtained, we will go read the FDA Food Defect Levels Handbook, and so everyone may learn to educate all of my viewers on just what's in their food. Yes, it will be a very good and educational stream. And please let me know what you think of the changes to my audio, if I sound any easier to understand, or just better in general. I would love to have some feedback on whether or not this was an improvement, or if I should just go back to what I was doing before. Okay, so if everything goes correctly, you should not hear anything, the game sound, until I actually switch to the gameplay screen. Sounds good? Okay, good. So, the music isn't going? Alright, I muted that. Turning that back on. You guys can hear it? You guys should be able to hear it. Yes. Let me know if you guys can hear it. Okay, that's working. And can you hear the Genshin Impact main menu music at the moment? You should not be able to. It should just be. Okay, good. So I'm gonna switch. And now you should be able to hear Genshin. Well, that's less than ideal. It doesn't seem to be working. Oh, there we go. I don't know. I just apparently had to change the setting in Windows and back. But it seems to be working now. Can you guys hear it yet? Oh, wait, I know what's going on. Hang on a second. I have to restart OBS. Oh, okay. I think we're back. Should be back. Are we back? I forgot to hit start streaming again, but... Oh, so we're back. Yes, so you guys should be able to hear Genshin Impact now. Hear and see Genshin Impact. So I forgot that Genshin only likes OBS if you start it in administrator mode. But hopefully you should be able to hear my game audio and me and not any other extraneous noises. Okay. Well, if that being the case, we are here. Stream's choppy. I don't know why that would be. OBS says we're running at 30 frames per second with 0 dropped frames. Let's see, what does YouTube Chan have to say? Stream health is excellent. So I have no idea what's going on with that. Sorry, I don't know. Oh. That all done? I guess we'll just start rolling. Here we go. You guys, the audio is working all fine? Should I turn it up a bit? Is it a bit quiet? Sounds a bit quiet to me. I don't know about you guys. Move things around a little. Okay. And bring the chat back. Okay, it could be louder. Yeah. I think the game is pretty quiet with this new setup. Okay, that should be good for now. Alright. So thank you for the real-time feedback. It's very helpful. Okay. Let's get to rolling. Okay. You guys see this number? Let's hope for the best. You know, I don't think I have full constellations of any of the rate-up characters, so this is not a bad banner for me, regardless. Yeah, there's my obligatory charming. You guys want to see the full animation? Or should I just keep hitting skip? You know, having C6 Ningguang won't be too bad. At least. Full animation is more suspenseful. Yeah, probably better for your viewing quality, isn't it? Oh, good, a young Fae. I actually would very much like more of her. Even though it'll be such a long time before I can raise any of these characters. It takes so long to raise characters in Genshin. Oh, a weapon. That's disappointing. Oh, a weapon and Ningguang. Okay, that's not that bad. I feel like we should be close to pity soon. Oh! Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, at least it's not Chi-Chi. Could have been Mona. I would have been just as happy with Mona. But, nope. I think we should be able, I think we have enough to get the second pity regardless. So, we are gonna, shut up, Elite. Don't remind me. I think we have C6, oh yeah, we have just C6 Ningguang. So someone else would be nice. I would like more young phase. A 4-star weapon would be good too. You know, I was optimistically thinking that I could roll Ayaka in the first, with the first pity, and then get her weapon with the rest of the Primo Gems. That would have been ideal, but unfortunately, that does not seem to be our luck today. See, this is why I wail, because my gacha luck, my natural gacha luck is less than ideal. So, hey, another Yambe. So I have to make it up with Credit Card Kun. You should see your luck in Fire Emblem Heroes. You know, Tommy, with all the time you spend complaining about that game to me, I have to wonder what you find enjoyable. Sometimes you get bonkers luck. Well, that's nice. I wish I would get bonkers luck on occasion. Please less Ningguang. I wouldn't even mind more Chongyuns. Boom. No. I did read the second half of that, but you see, Tommy, having bonkers luck sometimes but not most of the time is still better than never having it. Oh boy, I can put that on someone, I suppose. Shaolin can get it. It's okay. We know Ball's not coming in this patch at least, because that's the next one I want to go for. She'll at least be one more patch, I think, so we have some time to save up some more free Primo Gems. Okay, Junior. Not the worst thing in the world. Ball. I'm not pronouncing it Bale, Tommy. I don't care if that is the correct pronunciation. I guess the good thing about Chang is like you don't even need to level him. You just use him for his ability to convert everything to cryo. That's not bad. Oh yeah, you can see we added a guarantee option to the weapon gachas too. So like there's a path mechanic that lets you, so you can, so basically, you can roll after rolling 2 5-star weapons that are not the one you want, the next one is guaranteed. Yeah. It's not a great pity, but... Oh, here we go. Should be her. There we go. Wonderful. And I have like no experienced cards to actually level her. So I don't think we're going to get her very far. I don't actually know what her ascension materials are. Well, first we can do constellations for all these guys. Well, it's not my fault that all the good waifus are cryo. Blame Genshin for that. Oh, that's not a bad constellation. Let's see what we got here. Elemental skills and elements cast within the frost have their sea. Oh wow, that's actually really good. Frozen skies. Elemental energy. Yeah, that's kind of mediocre. Young flame. Then they're cold-hearted. Take that back, Elite. Ganyu is not cold-hearted. She is very warm. Okay, where is Ayaka? Oh, there she is. Alright. Daughter of the Yashiro Commission's Kamisato clan, dignified and elegant as well as wise and strong. I know you were, Elite. That's not even a pun. That's just a bad joke.
Master of Inazuma Kamisato Art Tachi Jutsu, Kamisato Ayaka, present. Delighted to make your acquaintance.
Oh, there's this new tab. Okay, we'll check these out later. Let's see, what artifacts do I want to do I have anything? I have been farming the ice domain for the moment. Trying to get better stuff for her. Let's see, I don't think any of the new drops are any good. We can just go with this for now, I guess. It's not great. Yeah, none of these are really great. But I guess we do have a lot of leftovers. Since these are leftovers from Ganyu. Chi-Chi also. She had some. Yeah, this will make a okay. But wait, is Ayaka physical damage? I don't actually know. Let's see here. Oh, I don't have any leveled crowns already. Yeah, let's check out her artifact. I don't know what she actually does. Okay, so normal attack. Skill. Summons blooming ice to launch nearby opponents, dealing AoE cryo damage. So this is straight cryo damage. The cooldown is 10 seconds, so it's a fairly long cooldown. Ayaka consumes stamina and cloaks herself in a frozen fog that moves with her. In Senko form, she moves swiftly upon water. Oh, this is her sprint. When she reappears, applies cryo. Oh, so when she sprints, she she applies cryo onto her blade. So she basically... how long does it last? 5 seconds? Okay. So you sprint every 5 seconds, and then you can keep permanent cryo. It's for waifu, Tommy. It's not for gameplay. Something's forth of snowstorm with flawless poise, unleashing a frost-like Sekinoto that moves forward continuously. A storm of whirling icy winds that flashes repeated. Okay, so she is cryo damage. So she will want a cryo cup. Let's see. Cryo damage bonus. Let's see what we got here. This one might not be bad. Of course, you want more crit, but yeah, generally I'm not too demanding with the cups. Yeah, we'll try this one. You forgot how time zones function. Hello. Hello, Leo. Glad you can make it. You hear the new audio setup? Yeah, let me know what you think. If I sound any better. Yes, so Leo, you did miss the rolls, but fortunately you didn't miss the FDA. We'll be going to that one soon. Being in geosynchronous orbit. Leo's not in geosynchronous orbit. I don't think it would make very little sense to put a telescope in geosynchronous orbit, because then we would only be able to look out in one direction. Wait, no. He's Leo. He's low Earth orbit. It's literally in his name. So no, he's not in geosynchronous orbit. Tommy, how could you miss that? Okay, so to let you know, Tommy, geosynchronous orbit is very far out. It is very high orbit. In fact, the geosynchronous satellites are pretty much the furthest satellites, the furthest Earth orbiting satellites that we have. Alright. Let's see how far we can level Ayaka. We should at least be able to get her level up a little bit. Yeah, so low Earth orbit and geosynchronous orbit are basically opposite ends of a spectrum. Oh, okay.
A blade
So we wouldn't have
embraces
been able
its
to lever
duty.
her past 20
As a jeweler
anyways, because
cherishes
there's no
their
way
gems.
we can gather the materials that are
Should we really be
specific
off
to
work this
Inazuma
early?
before today.
There is still
Okay, so that is it for Genshin for now. We're gonna go read the FDA handbook now. And if you still have time after, any time afterwards will be spent playing more Genshin Impact. Okay. Let's read. Wait, let me pull up. Where is that FDA handbook? Oh, yes. Wait, hang on. Now I need to manually turn on the background music. because obviously, there we go. Background music should be deployed. And then I just have to do this. Yeah. Here we are on the official FDA.gov website. Oh, wow. This is perfect. Like all the text, there is just enough room for the chat on the side. Wow, it's like I planned it. Let me see if I can adjust this. Oh yeah, I can adjust this a little bit. Yeah, this is perfect. Oh yeah, so this, ladies and gentlemen, is the FDA Food Defect Levels Handbook. This regulates the maximum levels of food defects that, quote, present no health hazards for humans. So, Title 21 Code of Federal Regulations, Part 110.110, allows the Food and Drug Administration to establish maximum levels of natural or unavoidable defects in foods for human use that present no health hazard. Why? Well, this doesn't apply to you, Lily, because you're Canadian, but for those of us living in America, this is basically how much stuff that isn't food is in our food. So, yes. So, blah, 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 blah. Here's the why part. The FDA set these action levels because it is economically impractical to grow, harvest, or process raw products that are totally free of non-hazardous, naturally occurring, unavoidable defects. Products harmful to consumers are subject to regulatory action whether or not they exceed the action levels. Okay, so that is the why. But you get food from Canada gets food from the US, but it has to adhere to Canada's restrictions and health regulations, whatever those are. But anyways, we're gonna scroll past all this, so so this is the fun part. Oh, the table is not quite perfectly aligned. Let me pull this out. Okay, there we go. Okay. Commodities and defect action levels. Allspice. Defect. Insect filth. Average of 30 or more insect fragments per 10 grams. 10 grams is not a lot. That's like one small bottle of spice. So this is basically, so you have about 30 or so insect fragments per bottle of spice. Yes, insect fragments. We will be seeing that word a lot today, Tommy. Allspice whole. Mold. Average of 5% or more berries by weight are moldy. Yeah, so remember, this is the maximum. So theoretically, that doesn't mean your food necessarily has this much. And I think the FDA actually points out it is incorrect to assume that because the FDA has an established defect action level for a food commodity, the food manufacturer need only stay just below that level. The defect levels do not represent an average of the defects that occur in any other products. The averages are actually much lower. But yes, so here's the thing. So basically, above this level, the FDA will take action. Below this level, well, you see, Leo, it has the asterisk of it's not actually this bad. The question is, how much do you actually trust the food corporations and the FDA? Like, do you really think that food corporations are going to put any more money into keeping their food clean than they have to? Like, I'm sure they try to be under the regulations, just because if you're just skirting the regulation, you're gonna go above it some of the time. So there's probably like a birth and like a certain percentage under that they try to aim for. But this also presumes that, you know, the FDA is very effective at regulating the food. So again, this is all about how much trust you have in government and how much trust you have in corporations. Good luck with that. Yes, so back to reading. Apple butter. Average of mold count is 12% or more. Rodent filth. Average of 4 or more rodent hairs per 100 grams of apple butter. Insects. Average of 5 or more whole or equivalent insects, not counting mites, aphids, thrips, or scale insects, per 100 grams of apple butter. 100 grams? I'm not sure what apple butter is, actually. Let me look this up. Okay, so butter, it's literally just butter that's made from apples. Okay. I didn't know that was a thing, actually. Like, apricots canned. An average of 2% or more by count has been damaged or infected by insects. So the one thing reading this taught me is that fresh fruits and vegetables are probably better, because you can at least try to clean the insects off yourself. Yes, because all this stuff is for like canned and frozen stuff. Asparagus, canned or frozen. See, this doesn't count for fresh asparagus. Yes. 10% by count of spears or pieces are infested with 6 or more asparagus beetle eggs and or sacs. Okay, so you could have 100% of your asparagus that has 5 asparagus beetle sacs attached to it. Asparagus contains an average of 40 more thrips per 100 grams. Insects of 3 millimeters or longer have an average aggregate length of 7 millimeters or longer per 100 grams of asparagus. Oh, so if you didn't know what a thrip was, this is a thrip. A minute black-winged insect that sucks plant sap and can be a serious pet of ornamental and food plants when present in large numbers. So yes, these are thrips. And you can have 40 or more of them per 100 grams. I didn't think we'd be seeing bugs up close to me. I'm sorry, Tommy. I had to explain what thrips are. You also didn't know what aphids are, so I will be explaining what that. I will be showing what those are too. Bay leaves, mold, average of 5, blah, 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 whatever. Mammalian excreta, average of 1 milligram or more mammalian excreta per pound after processing. Yes, after processing. After processing the leaves, there's still about 1 milligram of poop per pound. Hmm. I guess 1 milligram isn't that much. Like 1 milligram per pound isn't that much. Like that's not that bad actually. Beets canned, rot, average of 5% or more pieces by weight with dry rot. Berries, druplet, canned and frozen. Average mold count is 60% or more. Wow, they let you, like more than half of the berries are moldy and you can and sell that still. Wow. Average of 4 or more larvae per 500 grams. Average of 10 or more whole insects or equivalent per 500 grams. I'm sorry, Tommy. Sorry to ruin your trust in our wonderful government. Berries, lingon, European cranberry, average of 3 or more larvae per pound and a minimum of 12 subsamples. There's a lot more berries here. Okay, broccoli, frozen. Average of 60 or more aphids or thrips or mites per 100 grams. Yes, so aphids, they're kind of like thrips. But there are also these little bugs. Those are ladybugs. Ladybugs are well known for eating aphids and thrips, so they're kind of like a natural pesticide. I hear that's been becoming more popular recently. So these red ones are not aphids. Aphids are these little green guys here, and they just suck plant sap. Yeah, ladybugs are predators. Brussels sprouts frozen. Oh, this one hits home because I have a lot of frozen Brussels sprouts in my freezer. So yes, average of insects or more, or 30 more aphids and or thrips per 100 grams. So broccoli can have double the amount of aphids than Brussels sprouts. Capsaicin pods. Capsaicin. I think this is like. Oh, this is just like. I think this is just hot sauce. Capsicum? No, that's something different. Oh, okay. So this is chili peppers. Chili peppers, okay. Average of 3% of pods by weight are insect infected or moldy. Average of more than 1 milligram mammalian extract. That's not bad. Like 1 milligram per pound is not a lot. I think that's fair. Ground capis. Okay, so this is like powdered, like I guess hot spice. Average mold count is more than 20%. These mold counts are astonishingly high. Insect fill, average of 50%, 50 insect fragments per 25 grams. Rodent fill, average of more than 6 rodent hairs per 25 grams. No mention of other parts of the rodent. Ground paprika, average mold count is more than 20%. What's paprika? I think it's a spice. Yeah, it's a spice. So this is also like spice related. 75 insect fragments per 25 grams. 11 rodent hair. Well, that's a lot of rodent hair. Wow. 11 rodent hairs per 25 grams. Cassia or cinnamon bark. Whole. Mold, average of 5% pieces or by weight are moldy. Average of 5% or more pieces by weight are insect infested. Average of 1 milligram or more mammalian excreta per pound. Okay. Oh, cinnamon. Average of 400 or more insect fragments per 50 grams. Wow. Cinnamon has so much insect. What? 400. Average of 11 or more rodent hairs per 50 grams. I'm sorry, Tommy. We're gonna ruin a lot of your favorite foods here. Miss cherries. Average of 5% or more pieces are rejects due to maggots. Okay, cherries, sure. Cherries. Fresh Oh, this is the first time we've seen fresh fruits here. Average of 7% more pieces are rejects due to understandable. Average of 4% are rejects due to insects. Well, that sounds fine actually, because they're rejecting them. So it's not like this stuff is going in. Cherry jam. Average mold count is 30% or more. Chocolate. Yes, chocolate. What does that mean? Well, I think it's fairly self-explanatory, Tommy. It's insects that aren't maggots. But yes, chocolate average is 60 or more insect fragments per 100 grams when 6 100-gram subsamples are examined, or any one subsample contains 90 or more insect fragments. So basically, it's mostly just like 60 or so, 60 insect fragments per 100 grams. Miss Smarty Ship, really, Tommy? That's what you're gonna call me now? Okay. Shell. For chocolate, the shell is in excess of 2% on the basis of... I have no idea what that means. Citrus fruit juices canned. Average mold count. Okay. So the mold count for orange juice is surprisingly low. Insects and insect eggs. 5 or more Drosophila or other fly eggs per 250 milliliters, or 1 or more maggots per 250 ml. So if you buy like a gallon, how many liters are in a gallon? If you buy a gallon of orange juice, that's 3.7 liters. So on average, there could be up to like 3.7 is 14.8. So up to up to almost 15 maggots per gallon of orange juice, or like 75 fly eggs. That's impressive. Cloves. Okay, I'm getting orange juice from the grocery store again. I don't know what cloves are. Stems? Oh, this is actually, it's just like the stems of the cloves. That's nothing. Cocoa beans. Mold. Or the form. Beans aren't too bad, because you get rid of that. Cocoa powder press cake. Oh, this is like part of the process when they're making chocolate. Average of 75 or more insect fragments per subsample. Yeah. Okay. Let's see, what else? What else do we have here? Corn. Sweet corn, canned. Insect larva, 2 or 3 millimeters or more or longer larva cast skins. Larva or cast skin fragments of corn earworms or corn borer, and the aggregate length of such larva cast skins, larva or cast skin fragments exceeds 12 millimeters in 24 pounds. What is the rest of chat thing? Should I stop and go back to Genshin? Or do you guys want to keep going? Do you want to descend further into the madness and horror of the FDA Food Defect Levels Handbook? Should I continue this another time? Perhaps. Cornmeal. Average of 1 or more whole insects per 50 grams. This is probably more disturbing than whatever the hell I'll be playing. It is, isn't it? Yeah. It's just a horror game after all. This is reality. No game can be more disturbing than reality. Right? Oh yeah. 25 or more insect fragments. Okay, so you can have 1 insect fragment per gram of cornmeal. Let's see, current jam, average mold count. Wow, that's so much mold in jam and butter. Like, the majority of this stuff can have mold on it. Okay, Genshin is your... Okay, we'll just scroll through and see if there's any particularly good ones. Eggs and other eggs. Okay, that's what I don't know what those are. Figs, ginger, greens. Macaroni and noodle products. Oh my god, average of 225 insect fragments or more per 255 grams. Okay, so you can have up to 1 insect fragment per gram of macaroni. Wow, okay, I didn't catch that before. Mushrooms. 20 or more maggots of any size per 100 grams of... He just added cheese. Yes, 20 or more maggots of any size per 100 grams of dream mushrooms in proportionate liquid, or 15 grams of dried mushrooms. I don't have macaroni too often. Kind of glad. Maggots of any size. Okay, olives, oregano. Oh yeah, so peanut butter. Average of 30 more insect fragments per 100 grams. Average of 1 more rodent hairs per 100 grams. Great. I mean, this one's not so bad. I didn't want to have anything ever again. Like I said, most fresh fruits and vegetables aren't on here. It's mostly like canned stuff. So like meat is still good. Fresh fruits and vegetables are good. Popcorn. Oh, 1 or more rodent extruder pellets. No grains. Okay. No insects at least. Potato chips. Average of 6% or more pieces by weight contain what? Whatever. Raisins. 5% or more by count moldy raisins. Sauerkraut. Average of more than 15 trips per 1 gram. Sesame seeds. Ooh, a typo. Average of 5 milligrams or more mammalian extruder per pound. I found a typo on the official government website. Is there somewhere I can submit this and get paid for it? Like with science textbooks? Probably not. Yes. Okay, spinach, canned or frozen. Yes, 50 aphids, thrips, or mites per 100 grams. So about 1 insect per 2 grams. Strawberries, frozen whole or sliced. Average mold count is 45% or more. Again, they really don't mind mold. Like, there's apparently a lot of mold on, like, canned and frozen. Ooh, tomatoes canned. Average of 10 or more fly eggs per 500 grams. 5 or more fly eggs or 1 or more maggots per 500 grams. 2 or more maggots per 500 grams. A lot of maggots and fly eggs. You know, I remember one kitchenette. Flies in the salad of this one. Yeah. Well, these aren't flies. They're maggots and fly eggs. Well, because, Tommy, it would be uneconomical or economically impractical to get rid of all this stuff, you know? Some more tomato. There's a lot of different tomato products. Nice wheat. Average of 32 or more insect damage kernels per 100 grams. Average of 9 or more rodent extruder pellets or pellet fragments per kilogram. Average of wheat flour. Average of 75 or more insect fragments per 550 grams. Oh, so you can actually have more than 1 insect fragment per gram of wheat flour. I think that's the first thing we've seen here that actually goes over that 1 insect fragment per gram. So wheat flour is basically, I mean, that's like all your cereals and bread, and it's a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff uses wheat flour. Okay, there we are. Now that we have thoroughly horrified Tommy, worse than any horror game ever could. Ark. Oh, hello, Ark. Glad you could make it. How large of an insect fragment? It doesn't say. Insect fragment. I don't wonder if it does say. Maybe at the top. The criteria are considered based on the reported findings, lengths of hairs. Yeah, okay, we don't have. Yeah, they're not saying like a particular size of insect fragment. So maybe like up to half of an insect. Maybe being optimistic about you're really looking for you forever. you never want to eat again. Like, again, it's like very few fresh fruits and vegetables. And meat's not on here, if you didn't notice. Yeah, like, there's no meat anywhere on here, so those of us, or those of you on keto diets, have it good. There's a pretty big difference between, say, a fly wing versus the whole leg of a cockroach. I'm sorry, Ark, I wish I knew, but the FDA, I'm assuming it decides that on a case-by-case basis. So we don't know. So what have we learned today, everyone? One, there is an astonishing large amount of mold in all canned fruits and vegetables. There's a lot of insects in your grain products, especially wheat. Oh, there are up to 15 maggots and something like 70 fly eggs per gallon of orange juice. Yeah, I think that's a good summary of what we learned today. I'm gonna go have some frozen Brussels sprouts now. Just kidding. I could though. They're right over there. In my freezer. Alright. I think I've tortured Tommy enough for today. So let's go back to Genshin. Has anyone else been turned off food forever? Will it get even more insectly food if you try to grow it yourself? Maybe. I suppose that would depend on your skill as a gardener. Oh, the game audio isn't there? Oh, I see. So I have to reset this every single time. I see. I have to reset this every single time now. Okay. Good to know. Also, be right back 1 second. I dropped
Should we
something on
really
the
be
floor.
off work this early? There is still a lot left to do.
And I just synthesized food for you now. I wish, Tommy, but you still have to get food from your mom cat and dad cat for a little while longer. Okay. So, Inazuma dropped today. And we did get Ayaka. So, which means we need to go to Inazuma in order to gather the materials to raise her. So, we will do that. For an hour at least. Just think of it as extra protein. Yes, that is. Look, incidentally, this is pretty much why. So, like, it's actually important. Like, there are. Let me put this. That's not it. There are extreme vegans that. Actually, let me go back into that. There's 2 vitamins, vitamin B12 and folate that are pretty much only available
It's so
in
nice to
like
de-stress.
protein, like meat, like not just like they're not available in vegetables or plants. So you have to get them from like eating actual meat and animal products. And sometimes there are, so it's very rare you see these nutrient deficiencies in real life. And a lot of that is because, like, even vegans that completely don't eat animal products at all, we are still consuming these little insects when they eat vegetables. And that is enough to give them enough of the vitamins we can only get from those to, keep them healthy. So, but in like, it's very rare, but you do see like some extreme vegans who clean their vegetables very aggressively, and those people can develop a nutrient deficiency because of that. But that's
Ad
very
Astra
rare.
Abasosk.
It's not
What
just your
can I do for
average.
you, traveler?
I'm sorry, Ida. We just finished with the food defect. You can catch it in the VOD. But yeah, so I'm sorry, but chat voted to speed up the food defects and head straight to Genshin. I apologize. But hey, you can just scroll back an hour and check out. Because that was, I think we started probably around like 10 or 20 minutes in. So yeah, you can just scroll back and check that out. Thank you for showing up though. I know you said you had a bit of a busy Wednesday ahead of you, so I'm glad you were able to make the time regardless. But yes, so assuming you're still here, the most important points that we learned. Canned fruits, especially like jams, can be like more than half mold, or more than half of the fruit in jams and canned fruits can have mold in them. We learned that wheat can have more than one insect fragment per gram. We learned that orange juice can have up to 15 maggots or 70 fly eggs per gallon. And yes, there's like every like 100 grams or so of frozen or canned fruits and vegetables has probably like between like 40 to 70 small insects on them. So yes, we learned a lot today about our food. Those are the big takeaways. But I'm glad you could make it. Oh yes, so back to Genshin. So you may be aware that Inazuma update dropped today. And I know most of you were not here at the start of the stream when I rolled the wish, but we did manage to get Ayaka. We had to hit both pities. I was spooked by Diluc. Insects must be an important part of a balanced diet. Yes, actually. I was actually just talking about that before you got here. So, I hope the rest of chat doesn't mind if I repeat this. But, okay, so there are two vitamins that are essential for humans. Folate and B12 that cannot be gotten from plants. So, vegans, oh, sorry Alex, stay safe. I hope things stay good for you. Good night. But yes, So there are two vitamins that you can't get from plants, but most vegans are able to get enough of these two vitamins because the plants that we do eat contain enough of these tiny insects that we get enough of these two vitamins from the insects on their food. And so you very rarely can encounter like these types of vitamin deficiencies from inadequate diet. Only in some very rare vegans who clean their fruits and vegetables very aggressively will you see them develop these vitamin deficiencies. So, Ida, insects truly are an important part of a human's balanced diet. That is an important takeaway. But yes, okay. About traveling to Inazuma.
Ah, yes. I've heard that you've already made arrangements with the captain of the Crux fleet regarding your passage to Inazuma. Is that correct? Now that I think about it, it's been quite some time since I last visited those lands. Unfortunately, I don't have any current intel that would be worth sharing with you.
Knowledge is just pain plus observation. I don't know of anyone who has ever said that, Ida. That is a new saying to me. Who told you that?
There you are. You're
Also,
the traveler that Beidou will be
Catherine
taking to
has been to
Inazuma, right?
Inazuma? Wait, does this mean that there's no Catherine in Inazuma when we go there? Oh, lobotomy court fandom? Ah, that would explain it. From what I've seen of your lobotomy court playthroughs, that does seem quite accurate. It's learning from failure, as it were, I see. Yes, I've been waiting all day for you.
Oh, is that right? Well, it's an honor to meet you. The fleet is nearly completed reprovisioning. Once the crews have taken a head count, we can get underway.
Right, well, the boat
Captain Beidou sent
actually
me to come get you.
moved,
We'll weigh anchor as soon as you're aboard.
because that boat has been there in the same spot
Beidou
for
is the captain of her word.
about a year now.
Of course. There are many things that the captain insists upon. I'm sure you'll see for yourself once you're on board.
So you'll be heading off then? I suppose congratulations are in order.
Thank you, Catherine. Even though you're a robot.
Whether the journey before you leads to the heights of the heavens or the depths of the abyss, each step you take is another achievement. Until we meet again, Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Ad Astra Abyssosk, Catherine. Wait. Once we go to Inazuma, are we going to be stuck there? Are we going to be able to come back?
Oh, it's kind of hard to
That would
say
be-
goodbye now. We practically see each other every day.
We do see each other. We see Catherine every single day because I never miss my dailies. Except for yesterday because of the servers going down, but we don't count those.
Well, if that's how you feel, why not come and find me when you arrive? I'll
Wait,
be
what?
awaiting you on Narukami Island.
I knew it! Of course there would be Catherine in Inazuma.
So there's another Catherine in Inazuma? See? There's no need to get all sappy now.
Catherine, we are Legion. Oh, wait, no. We are... Wait. Oh. Oh, my buttons aren't working. Oh no, did I break those at some point? Let's try this. I actually haven't tried this with the new audio setup. We'll see how it sounds.
We are Legion. Our numbers will blot out the skies of every world.
Okay. That was Catherine, by the way. That wasn't me.
Well, I guess it's time for you to bid farewell to Liyue Harbor. Now that I've delivered my message, I'll be heading back. The ship is currently anchored off of Guyun Stone Forest.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to recalibrate that one for the new audio setup. But what I said was, what Catherine said was, "We are Legion. Our numbers will darken the skies over every world.
Okay, thanks for
We
coming all
cannot
this way to
escape
let us
our
know.
doom."
Just following orders. I'll see you two aboard the Alcor.
I'll see you there too. Yes, Catherine is Legion. She is eternal. We cannot escape her. Catherine is the unknown god. Wait, what if that's actually true? Like, what if Catherine is actually the unknown god? And that's why. Or like maybe a creation of the unknown god. One of her legion of avatars. You know, the god you fight at the start of the game, Tommy?
We're way behind schedule.
Like the one in the thumbnail? Of man versus god. Man versus no god. We already fought no god today. So it just means we have to fight. Oh yeah. Since we're going to Inazuma,
Next on the
we
agenda.
actually are going to fight God. So yes, we have fought no God already, and now we will fight God. You don't remember that was what she was called? I mean, Tommy, it's literally referring to the fact that she doesn't have a name. We just call her the unknown God because we literally don't know what she's called. It's like we're forgetting that someone is called the Nameless One because they don't have a name, and we forgot what she was called.
Brace yourselves.
You're not active in the community, right? You sent me enough memes of this game, Tommy, that you should be a little aware. Is that outfit suitable for swimming? Well, you see,
You
Ida,
finally
that's
made it.
probably why you can't swim very far in this game.
All these years, come rain or storm, the Crux fleet has never suffered a delay. If it were anyone else, I might have set sail already.
Apologies, Captain. Yeah, you can't swim
Don't
very
look too
far
serious,
or
I'm
else you
only
drown.
joking. You're just on time. The crew have just finished making final preparations. Well, now that everyone's here, we set sail for the land engulfed by storm and tempest. The nation of eternity.
You should pack swimsuits. Oh, well, two of the characters do have swimsuit skins.
Anchors away!
Oh, that's a cute running animation. I haven't seen that one before. Oh, we went into first person. Oh, there's Kazuha, the Canadian Archon. Hey, Elite. There's your god. Rude, Tommy. Oh, wow. This is fancy. They really turned the physics up to maximum. After braving the raging thunderstorm, the Alcor finally reaches port. Oh, this is a pre-rendered cutscene, I think. Why are the wheels not spinning the right way? Which wheels? Are you talking about the ones on the ship? Wow. Oh, hey. It's Japanese child. Who's this guy?
Oh, hi there.
Ahoy. Wait, this guy, he's got like horns. What's with him?
So, you finally made it. You sure kept me waiting, Captain. And it appears we have a couple of stowaways. Or perhaps I should say, honored guests.
Wait, is it? Are those part of his head, or is it just a headband?
Shush!
You can blame your almighty shogun. The tempests around Inazuma have been growing all the more fierce lately.
Oh. Wait. They should have shown us sailing through the storm. That's a shame.
Though the fleet was fully up to the challenge, the inclement weather still caused some delay. Now then, let me introduce everyone. This is Toma, a trade partner that I've gotten to know recently.
You don't know how long I've been waiting to see you.
Toma, these two are...
Oh, no need for introductions. Their reputation precedes them. It seems even the stormy seas can't keep rumors of these outlanders' sterling deeds at bay.
Wow. Wait. How many people are going to Inazuma to spread rumors about us?
Oh, it's sure nice to hear you say that.
With any luck, it'll give you a head start here. Toma's resided on Rito for quite some time now. It wouldn't be going too far to say he's the fixer around these parts.
Ah, wait. The fixer as in he fixes things? Or the fixer as in he fixes people? Because those are two very different things.
If you run into any problems here, just talk to Toma. But if he tries to pull any moves on you, I'll be sure to deal with him personally the next time I'm around.
Fixer, someone who fixes things. Problems. He solves problems for you.
No need to worry. I'm sure we'll get
He
along
just
just
works at the vet
fine.
clinic down the street. I don't think he needs a
Good.
specific
Then if
person
it's
for
all
that.
settled, I'll be going.
They don't
I
have
wouldn't
to
want
be
to be
different if
caught
you
with
don't
my
want them
sails
to be.
down here. I do have a wanted
Well,
fugitive on board
Ida,
after all.
I would think that even if they are the same person, those two roles probably have different
Oh,
rates
right.
that you have to pay for.
Until next time, traveler. Remember to give it your all, no matter what perilous storms you may encounter.
Look forward to seeing you again.
Fair seas, Captain Beto. Bye-bye.
Oh my gosh, Paimon. So squeaky
Now
when
then,
she said
first
that.
things first. We need to go get you registered at the border checkpoint.
Paimon thought we were supposed to be keeping things on the down low. Are we just gonna walk into the government's hands?
Don't
Apparently,
underestimate the
yes.
reaches of the Sakoku decree. You wouldn't be able to avoid inspection even if you tried.
Oh dear. Okay.
So we have to play by the rules, even if we're kind of bending them.
Okay. So we're not exactly undercover here. Maybe we should have worn the Fatui mask. Then we'd have been totally incognito. Alright. Let's see. I think Toma has a headband, yeah?
Hello?
Interesting
Please state your name,
headband.
identity, and the purpose of your visit. Oh, except you, Toma. You must be new here.
Am I a spy because I'm pretty darn incognito?
Excuse me?
Okay.
Please provide the information requested and also declare any goods you are carrying with you.
We are... Okay, should we be honest? So we have two options. I know you guys can't see the dialogue options because I'm blocking them. But... Sorry about that. So we can have the option to be honest or to lie. We might as well be honest. These dialogue options never seem to matter. So, we are here to find my
Oh,
brother.
well, I'm sorry. We cannot approve entry for purely personal reasons. So, unless you have a valid reason for visiting in accordance with the
no.
rules,
We should have lied.
my apologies, but I'll have to ask you to...
Here are their entry papers for your kind perusal.
What? Ugh, take your time. No rush or anything.
I just wanted to see what you'd say. Sorry about that.
I see. Okay. Your papers are all in order. Welcome to
Oh,
retail.
okay. So apparently it doesn't matter as long as we have our papers. Are there any stats that determine how good we are at luring? No, there's no speech checks. Like I said, the dialogue options, I don't think they matter from a story perspective. They just change what kind of dialogue you get in response.
So, where do we go next?
The Outlander Affairs Agency. They only check entry permits
Outlander
here. If you
Affairs.
want to remain on Rito, there's a process you have to go through with them.
Okay.
Sheesh. So it is super strict, just like everyone says.
Wow, there's a lot of bureaucracy.
Well, let's not
In
forget that
fantasy
to
Japan.
everyday folk in Inazuma, people from everywhere else are referred to as outsiders.
Oh, okay, so we're not going to be traveler anymore. We're going to be
As the word
outsiders.
suggests, Outlanders aren't very welcome in Inazuma with the Sakoku Decree in force. Not even on Rito, where they've established an outsider settlement.
Welcome or not, we don't have a choice.
I like how you think. I've got a feeling we're going to get along very well.
Oh,
Now,
boy.
let's head over to the Outlander Affairs Agency.
So when do we get
Most
the
of the current
rebels?
rules were put in place by the administration of Rito, the Kanjo Commission.
The Kanjo Commission?
Yes, one branch of the Tri-Commission of Inazuma, responsible for growing and managing the nation's wealth. You really haven't heard of it before?
I think Kazuha mentioned that on the last quest. Let's see, let's go up here. Alright, because it's a new region. So, oh yeah, we have to hit the Statue of the Seven in order to unlock the mini-map. Seems like, oh, is this new statue up here? Let's take a look. Oh. Why guns versus a disco ball? I don't know. Do you have something against disco balls, Tommy? Where's that statue?
Let's play.
Wait, so... Oh, wait. Oh, hang on. I forgot. We have to collect these things too. I am going to... Which means I should boot up the Genshin Impact interactive map. So I can keep track of which ones that I've collected already. It's Electro Oculus. Where are we right now? We are close to the Statue of the Seven. Okay, so this must be this one. Okay. Up the hill behind this castle. Yeah, I
Come
see.
on,
Okay,
traveler.
I see.
Let's go. The world
Sorry,
is
hang
full
on.
of lost ballads just waiting to be rediscovered.
Apologies for that.
Yahoo!
I did not anticipate having to do this today. Although I really should have. Well, I guess I wasn't sure how long. I
Brace
assumed
yourself.
we'd be spending more time on the FDA thing. But it turns out chat voted for us to oh no, I can't believe I just did that.
Yahoo!
We got it. Are you coming? Okay, we got it. Okay. Yeah. So I don't think we made much progress in Inazuma today. Chat voted for less trauma, you mean? Oh. I'm not doing a good job. Oculus. Electroculus. Oh, and here's the statue. Okay, now we will finally be able to see the minimap. The world opens itself before those with noble hearts. Get that, wow. What a pretty island, or a series of islands. Inazuma City, Grand Narukami Shrine. Oh, look, it's a new domain. And, oh boy, more unique weapon materials. Worship statue. Okay, I need 10. Wow, it's been so long since I've had to interact with any of these mechanics that I've totally forgotten
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
what they were like. Genshin players that come to the game, like, a few years later, they're gonna have so much content to go through. I mean, unfortunately, they'll have missed a lot of the events, but they're just gonna have so much to explore. Like, once all the regions are in the game.
You've completed the entry procedures, yes? And now you want to apply for residency, both of you?
Her expression does not match her tone of voice.
Please.
Okay, the processing fee will be 2 million mora.
You know, wow. I actually have that much, but I don't want to spend it.
2 million? For a processing fee? Are you serious?
Oh my, we're seeing so much emotion on a female traveler these days. She used to be so blank-faced, like only the most extreme events could get any emotion on her face at all. We're just seeing it all the time now.
That's right. 1 million per applicant, which makes 2 million total. Don't worry, you can trust my
Come on,
math.
Paimon doesn't count. Paimon is not a person.
Paimon wasn't so much questioning your math as...
Ma'am, these two here are good friends of mine. I think you'll find I'm one face you
Wait, are we
recognize.
getting a friend discount?
Ah, Mr. Toma, it's you. By way of courtesy, allow me to reduce it to 400,000 mora total.
Well, that's more affordable. That is a major discount.
Thank you ever so much, Miss Eureka. But as this is just a processing fee, I think 600 mora should cover it if I'm paying on their behalf. I'll treat you to dinner too.
Gosh,
How does that
Tom.
sound?
That's not how you haggle! But
All right then, as you wish, Mr. Toma. I will make a record.
Wow, what a lady killer. He just bargained 2 million down to 600 by offering to take her to dinner. Oh my gosh, this lady has the hots for him. Speech 50,000? Yeah. That, with how Skyrim's calculates this bargain you get from speech, that would probably what you need to get. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. I wonder if it will actually subtract 600 more from our account. I don't remember what it was, so I can't
2 million
tell.
down to 600? There's something seriously wrong with people's sense of finance around here!
Reminds me of someone else's strange relationship with Mora. Oh, a Tom Lee reference.
It's not as mind-boggling as you think. Processing fee is just a figure of speech.
Oh, so it's a bribe.
The way some here at the agency see it, the fees are easy money, so it becomes a question of how much they can make.
Oh, I see. So this is just straight up bribery.
So when the day comes that some poor merchant from overseas with more money than sense gets stuck here and needs to apply for residency...
Then they'll milk them for all they're worth.
Exactly. It's at times like this that having a local friend really comes in handy.
It's blatant oppression against Outlanders.
Yes, but when you're an outlander in Inazuma, far from home in this close nation era, there's very little that can be done about it. The most that overseas merchants can do to look after themselves is stick together.
Realistic. And not in a good way. Well, us Honkai Impact players know full well that MiHoYo is no stranger to dark stories.
That's how the International Trade Association came about.
So it's a trade association built by and for Outlanders?
Yep. And as well as advancing commercial interests, the association provides help, support, and structure for Outlanders trying to survive on retail.
Is Hearthstone considered a gacha game? I've not... I know you get, like, your cards is kind of randomized, but I don't know it's strictly considered a gacha. I mean, I guess, like, to be fair, like, card games are the original loot box. Yep, okay.
Essentially, it's an association devoted to both commercial excellence and survival skills.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, like trading card packs or booster packs, loot boxes, and gacha, they have a lot in common. So how would an Outlander ever get to me?
Sounds like just staying alive is an achievement when you're an
I
Outlander
actually
in
have, like,
Inazuma.
an original Yu-Gi-Oh deck that's sitting around somewhere. I'm hoping someday it'll be worth a lot of money, but I don't know. Like the cards are probably pretty mundane. But you never know. Maybe someday, 20 years from now, I can sell it for like $10,000 or something. When like Yu-Gi-Oh! Original Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading cards are super rare. 'Cause I think they should still be in good condition. I haven't touched them. Yeah, like the starter deck.
I see. So this is the real purpose of your trip. Yes,
And
given that
you're
you're
probably gonna
Outlanders,
tell
it's
me,
certainly a
like, burst
lofty
my
aspiration.
bubble and like tell me that starter decks are never worth very much. But you know that doesn't really surprise me. Yeah.
After all, the Raiden Shogun is the most exalted and revered one in all of
Did you just
Inazuma.
pronounce that
She
Raiden?
is a deity who reigns on
She
high,
did not just
while
pronounce
all other
that
life gazes up in
Raiden.
awe.
That may well be. Well, I think it just has like, I know it has like blue eyes, white dragon. That's all I remember.
I was going to say nothing is set in stone when it comes to who you will encounter in this world. Who's to say you won't happen to run into the Raiden Shogun one day after lunch?
Oof, that's not optimistic.
Aha. And
Raiden?
is that
I'm
likely?
pretty sure it's pronounced Raiden.
Okay, I'll give it to you straight. I know of a way to introduce you to the
Well,
Raiden
like-
Shogun.
Since Japanese doesn't strictly have like R's, it's actually kind of like this mix of R and L. Like Leiden. You've heard it pronounced Raiden? Huh, is that actually the correct pronunciation? I've never heard of that. But maybe. I don't speak Japanese. Other than like Toyota.
connected than we thought.
Probably should be. Ida. Oh, Ida. You know Japanese? I thought I detected maybe a tiniest hint of an accent on your streams. Raiden. Yes, I think I was right. The Rito Fixer is better connected than we thought.
I mean, it will take all the resources I have at my disposal, but it can be done. However, before we get there, connections come at a high price, you understand?
Oh no. It's side quest time, boys.
Not you too.
No. In this instance, when I say price, I'm not talking about Mora.
He's talking about side quests.
In fact, there's no real cost as such. It's just that if this is something you really want, you'll have to agree to help other people solve some of their problems first.
Of course. Side quests.
I like to do things in a way that keeps everybody happy. It's my own personal rule for dealing with situations like
Sounds very reasonable to Paimon. You're the man in the middle, so you have to trade favors to keep everyone indebted to you.
The Fixer works in mysterious ways.
Why do I get the feeling you're making me out to be some sort of crook? Never mind. Here's the situation. As I touched upon earlier, the members of the International Trade Association are constantly struggling to survive. Recently, things seem to have gotten more difficult than ever for them, so just go and check things out. See if there's any way you can help.
Here, Tommy. I don't think this necessarily warrants that kind of response.
The head of the association is called Caricio, and he's a good friend of mine. Go talk to him. I'll wait for you here.
Why in the world can't I use my
Okay. So is it just around here? Oh, that was you being hyped? I thought you were being angry. Oh, there's a teleport thing.
Here we
I
go.
should activate that. Where is that teleport thing? Oh, it's just on the other side of this building. I see it. You're just playing it up for humor, don't mind me? Okay. I won't mind you then. What are you looking for?
Which one should I choose?
International Trade Association. I guess we should be looking. Oh. Hello. It's actually not that big of a deal. I'm applying to travel to Narakumi Island, and I'm guessing that my request should be processed soon. Wait, no, please, mind you. Be careful what you wish for, Tommy. But I am a Shneznayan, and I'm really used to the diet here, and not am I a good cook myself. Why was the first thing I thought of was slams fist in the tables, demanding pictures of Spider-Man? It's not what I thought of, but it's a very reasonable thing to think of. I'm fine here in Rito, but I've heard that there isn't a single shop run by Outlanders on Narakumi Island. There are only Inazuma-style restaurants available. So I wonder if I can still eat anything that reminds me of home once I'm in Inazuma City. If only Miss Ryoko could come with me as well. Miss Ryoko? Yeah, Miss Ryoko is the lady who runs the food stall there. Have you ever tried her snacks? She knew that I wouldn't be used to the food here, so she changed the taste up for me. That's so sweet of her. Aw, that really is sweet. I've heard that her husband passed away several years ago, leaving her to take care of the stall alone. I suppose I should go visit her stall more often. Well, hurry up, Tommy. You only have another 20 minutes. Say, if I can learn how to cook, would I be able to open a shop with Ryoko? I tried cooking recently, but it feels like I'm not made out of the right stuff for a chef. Have a try. Is my cooking really that bad? Quest reward. Suspicious steak. Times 4. Oh, okay, this is where we were supposed to go.
Oh? Hello there. You must be seeking refuge with the International Trade Association. The Outlander Affairs Agency took you for all you're worth, I
looking for
suppose.
white people, or rather, people not dressed in Japanese clothing. Luckily, we had a friend with us.
Ah, good. That's a relief. You need to be careful, or you'll find yourself losing your savings all at once.
We heard the association has been having some difficulties lately. Is that true?
Yes, left, right, and center. Obstacles at every turn. But that's nothing new for us.
The Sakoku decree certainly makes things difficult for
Well,
anyone who wants to come here from overseas.
If you're in Japan looking for a group of international traders, naturally you look for the group of white people.
But it's not the root cause of our woes. The Sakoku decree might restrict our scope of
You tend to
activity,
stand out of it.
but in and of itself,
when
it
you're in
doesn't
East
stop
Asia.
us from being able to enjoy a comfortable existence. No. What's really squeezing us Outlander merchants dry is those Mora grubbers from the Kanjo Commission.
Oh, of the 3 commissions, that's the one that oversees everything on retail, isn't it?
That's right. They impose astronomical tax rate, unbelievable regulations, and that's not the worst of it. They just issued a new tax decree recently that, for some reason, completely changes the way we pay our taxes. It used to be Mora, but now it's something called Crystal Marrow.
Crystal Marrow?
Oh, I see.
What's that?
Is Inazuma trying to wean itself off of Mora? Since Mora comes from the outside world, so they want to go onto their own currency. That would make sense.
Something that most of us in the association had never heard of before either, until the new decree came along.
That sounds like crystal. Oh, Ida. It's very interesting that you heard it like that.
Eventually, one of the older Liyue merchants recalled that he once shipped a batch of it
Have
to
you,
Snezhnaya in his youth.
Experimented a little with human entertainment in your time here on Earth?
So, in order to pay our taxes, we began an arduous search for this crystal marrow. But then we found we'd only managed to create a bigger problem for ourselves. The rising demand for crystal marrow drove the price higher and higher. Now there's only one vendor who even has it in stock. We can't get a hold of it anywhere else.
Isn't that what they call a monopoly?
That is exactly what they call it.
Exactly. So this vendor keeps pushing the price up, and we have no choice but to buy from them because the tax decree forces us to.
I see. You haven't met your local Walter White recently, or yet.
It's a vicious cycle, the consequence of which is that our taxes will soon exceed our profits. And once that happens...
This is absurd.
We've tried
treatment.
communicating with the Commission directly, but this is a nation where the cries of a few struggling merchants will never be heard over the ever-present roar of
Yeah,
thunder.
I feel like I can't understand why anybody would come to Inazuma to do business, unless they just have no idea.
Fontaine, my dear homeland. I miss you an awful lot at the moment.
Fontaine? Is that like the French, like the fantasy France?
Sounds awful. They're really bleeding them
A
dry.
lot more discussion about economics. Yeah, I like it. It's good world building.
What do you think we should do?
The vendor does sound like a fishy character. Oh, it's the Hydro place? Well, he's certainly dressed like a European.
That vendor. I've actually done business with him in the past, but after a point he stopped contacting us.
Well, it definitely sounds like he's being unfair. How do we find him? We could go talk to him and see if he lets anything slip.
Hey, that's a pretty good idea. Since you're not affiliated with the association and you're new to Rito, he may just let his guard down.
Maybe.
If I remember correctly, our usual meeting point with him is under a tree by the coast in the residential district.
So
See if you can
Rito
find
does
him there.
really good world building. Like, all their games have really... You have a lot of extra lore. Like in Honkai Impact, there's actually a huge amount... Like, we have mangas, or manhwas, is what they call them in Chinese. But basically, like, mangas. And I think they even had, like, 2 visual novels that, like... But the problem is, like, the visual novels have a lot of backstory and lore about the certain characters, but they're, like, only available in Chinese. So, not very accessible to the Western audience. I did hear there's a fan project to translate one of them, though I don't know what the status of that is. Is that the Korean term for it? Maybe, I don't know.
Got it! We're on the case!
I just know that that's what they get called. I am not an expert. Hey, Werner.
Huh?
Are you supposed to
I don't think I recognize you.
Oh,
Are you new
yes, I see.
arrivals?
That must be the crystal M word. Hello, Nono. Is this your first time? Welcome aboard. Glad you could be here. Manhua is Chinese and manhua is... Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
So,
Yes, we
what do
do
you need
so
with
right.
me? The sheer
Source
nerve.
of goods.
You don't go around asking questions like that. If I gave you my sources, I might as well hand you the whole darn business.
Thank you very much, Ida. Today we learned something. Oh, we also learned how to pronounce Raiden. So that was a good thing. Well, rather, Tommy learned how to pronounce Raiden.
Trade secret. Got it? You know what trade and secret mean, right?
This guy's got a bad attitude.
Can you reduce your prices? Yes, this will work very well.
Are you even buying? Oh, I see what's going on here. Karisu and his associates sent you here to try and plead their case, didn't
Tommy,
they?
you were saying that Rodden was the way to pronounce it. Let me scroll up in the chat. Yeah. So the guy pronounced it rotten, and then you went, it's not pronounced like that? And I was like, Raiden, that's Raiden, you pronounce it Raiden. And then Ida was like, Japanese moon runes, Raiden. Yeah, no, it's pretty much just supposed to be the word for lightning. Because, you know, she's the Electro Archon. That is not what he said.
They're wasting their time. The price is non-negotiable.
Okay.
Not by a
So
single
this is my
Mora.
prediction. We are going to, like, follow this guy and find out where he gets his crystal mirror.
Get out of here.
And then
Go
we're
on.
going to...
Tell them they're lucky to be buying from me in the first place. And they ought to be more grateful. If it weren't for me, they'd be in seriously hot water.
What are we gonna do? There's no talking this guy.
Let's go talk to
Good
Tom.
idea.
Oh, okay.
Let's check back in
We can
with
also
him.
just go to him. That works too. Maybe
That
he'll
was
tell
quick.
us to follow him around.
We're having a little trouble.
You're going to have to help us help you.
No? Well, by all means, tell me what you need. I'll help as much as I can. Getting you to go fixing things when you've only just arrived is quite a demand.
What do you know about Werner?
Oh, that guy? I'm familiar. He used to be a bit of a sorry sight, selling shells that he collect on the beach just to get by. But he seems to have suddenly shot up in the world recently.
Yeah, because he developed a secret, or discovered a secret source of crystal
I can only
mineral.
assume he must have found himself a patron after leaving the International Trade Association.
Huh. You're saying he used to be a member of the International Trade Association? So he's an Outlander too?
He has a unique... I actually just saw the voice actor for the English version of Toma post on Twitter not too long ago. Like, it was actually only like a little bit before I started the stream.
Yes. Couldn't you tell when you spoke to him?
Seemed like a Mondstatter to me.
That's right. Werner was born in Mondstadt, then went into the shipping business, trading between Leah and Inazuma. When Inazuma closed to the outside world, he was one of a group of
I'm
Outlanders
guessing
that
Leah
ended up
would be the
stranded
World
on
Trade
Rito.
Center around here.
The International Trade Association was initially very generous to
so
him,
there
but
are-
over time, with decree after decree, the association members found it increasingly difficult to make it.
So he left the association
So
and
the
turned his
merchants
back
are
on
actually
them.
trapped here.
I'm sure it's more
Interesting.
nuanced than that.
Like they
I
can't
believe even the
leave?
most ungrateful and cold-hearted of people still have some amount of gratitude and warmth left in them.
Really? Is that all you need to know?
Well then, it sounds like you may have found a way in with him.
Oh, we're going to appeal to his sense of gratitude? That sounds like a very successful strategy. Okay.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
What are you doing back here? Just because I got plenty of time on my hands doesn't mean I want to waste any of it talking to you.
Made it in time to see the Shulk lookalike? Oh, hello, pirate. Welcome aboard. It was the wind that led me back here to you.
Where's this coming from? Mondstadt? You were talking about Mondstadt.
So, I didn't actually see what that said. I just accidentally clicked right as it appeared. So, I saw something about wine. You'll have to go back and play the VOD in like slow motion to catch what that said. Oh, we can get dandelion seeds.
Goodness, I
Oh,
can
we
sense
swapped
it
to
now.
Venti.
So familiar,
Right
but
as-
I can't remember the last time I was there. The scent of Mondstadt. Oh, how it takes me back.
May the animal Archon protect you.
Oh, my hometown, the home of freedom. How I long to go back and visit.
It's working!
Paimon, shut up. You're not supposed to say that out loud.
So, trying to play my heartstrings like a liar, are you? I know what you're up to.
Close your eyes.
Huh? What is this? What are you up to now?
Just close your eyes already!
Just close your eyes. Wow. Tommy, very demanding. Listen closely. Doesn't it sound familiar?
You mean the sound of the ocean?
Real tigerfish. Get it right, it's not.
Leah Harbor. I can see it so clearly. Oh, and the sound of the waves. The calls of the merchants.
May the flames of virtue spread to all.
Xiao lanterns. I'm right there at the lantern right. Oh, look at them floating up into the sky.
Petition to get duct tape for Paimon.
This guy has a really active
Nice.
imagination. Either that or he really does miss Liyue Harbor.
Maybe a little bit of both.
Liyue.
Oh, what should we give him? Oh, we'll give him a Star Conch, because I don't think I need those for anyone.
Wait. Stop. That's enough. Don't make me relive it anymore. My poor heart can't take it.
A lot of people out there sympathize with the position
You
you're
mean
in.
the folks from the International Trade Association? And I suppose they are far from home, just like me. Often, I'll sneak down to the shore at night and listen to the sound of the waves. I like to imagine it's the voice of my hometown, carried across the ocean.
Aww,
I've run
so
into folks from
sweet.
the association more than a few times doing just that, but I always hide my face and slip away.
Petition for Paimon volume slider. That would be cool.
Don't you think I've wanted to talk things
Oh
through with
yeah,
them
like
and free
a
myself from
lot
this
of
anguish?
a lot of visual novels have like volume sliders for individual characters. So we could have one of those for Genshin.
Well, no one's stopping you, so...
They're so resilient. None of them had anyone else to rely on, so they rallied together, committed to finding a way to survive. But I caved. Those people, they'd make the smallest of promises, offer the most measly benefits, and I'd do whatever they asked of me. And make Mondstadters look like the worst people in the world.
Well, you have to understand, like most visual novels, they're only the main characters are voiced. Usually if there's like some side characters, I think, no, let me bet. Like usually there's a volume slider for each main character, and there's like another volume slider for like everyone else.
All right, I'll tell you the whole story. It's eating me up inside, and I can't take it anymore.
Oh boy. It's getting kind of late though, so I think if we can finish this part of the quest, hopefully
You
in the
ready
next
to
few
talk
minutes,
now?
I'm gonna call it a day right there. The International Trade Association will protect you.
But I betrayed them. I can't show my face there.
Oh, of course you can. You can always show your face around here.
Come on, you scaredy cat. Look, you messed up, but now it's time to make things right.
Yeah, I play a lot of visual novels, and a lot of them, well, more modern ones. Older ones don't really have all these fancy new settings, but modern ones often have
Come
that.
on, get it off your chest.
For those
What's
volume
the deal
sliders.
here?
It's a
Yeah,
scheme by the
what's the
tax
deal?
collection Ashigaru. Keijiro and his companions.
I see. So he's being put up.
They
for
start by
this.
overtaxing the merchants, then take the extra crystal marrow they receive and stockpile it.
Oh, and then they sell it back.
Once
To
the
the
merchants run out of
merchants.
places to buy crystal marrow, they get me to sell that extra stock back to the merchants at an extortionate price, with the proceeds going to the
Wow.
tax collection Ashigaru.
These Inazuma people are dirty.
It's plain evil gouging them like this.
That is I did not expect this to be the capitalism chapter.
I'm their puppet, yes. But my cut is a tiny fraction of what we take in total. It's barely enough for me to live on. Evidence?
We need evidence.
You're right. Without conclusive evidence, he will never admit it. Now that I think about it, whenever I report back to him after a sale, he always heads to the same place. It's always made me suspicious. As it happens, I handed some Mora over to him
wow,
not long
I did
ago.
not see this
I can
coming
show you
at
where he
all.
went if you
Like,
want.
my prediction was totally off.
Really? Well, then there's no time to lose. Let's go.
Okay. Found Keijiro's tracks. Just in the middle of the street?
Keijiro!
Oh, okay.
It's him!
Oh, wow.
After him.
That's very official looking. Follow Keijiro without being noticed. That is a little hard considering our outfit stands out so much. Oh. Wait, what was the... How do you... Oh. Yes, here is the walking.
Ah, Ryoko, how's business?
And what does the eye above him
Thanks to your
mean?
generous patronage.
Too close. That's too close.
Oh,
He'll notice us for sure.
no. Oh, okay. Okay. That's a good.
Now, who else is behind on payments? Let me think.
Okay.
Yes, the trade association clique still needs to be brought into line.
Trade association. Oh, the click.
He's getting further and further away.
What was that sound?
What?
Quiet. Don't let him find us.
Has this always been in the game?
Must be here.
Is this
Things.
new?
Drat, I'm behind schedule. I
I
need to
thought
hurry.
you were kidding, but wait.
He's getting further and further
This
away.
has to be new, right?
Catch up a little.
Like, there's no way. Yeah, there's no
Where'd
way
he go?
this has been in the game the whole time.
There a moment ago. Seems he disappeared in a blink of an eye. If only we made less noise.
Wait, did I mess up? Or is that supposed to happen? Oh yeah, when we were going into the Mondstadt Cathedral, we were sneaking through.
Keijiro!
Oh, I did mess up. Well, let's do this again. Okay.
Should I close early? Which one should I choose?
Yeah, well, now I remember when we infiltrated the Mondstadt Cathedral, you had the option to crouch. I think I just raced through.
Ah,
So I didn't
Ryoko,
remember.
how's business?
All the better thanks to your
Okay, so
generous
listen to all this
patronage.
dialogue again.
Good. Thankfully, I earn plenty these days.
Not the best.
Oh, but of course, tax collection is difficult work.
Yes, tax collection is difficult.
Now, who
work.
else is behind on payments?
It's very
Let me
difficult.
think. Yes, the
Try
trade
to learn
association
Alaska.
clique still needs to be brought
You
into
don't
line.
remember? That was way back during the first Mondstadt story quest.
What was that
We had to
sound?
infiltrate the cathedral to steal the holy lyre.
Don't let him find us.
It's a long
Must be
time
hearing
ago.
things. Drat, I'm behind schedule. I need to hurry.
He's getting further and further away. Let's catch up a little.
Oh.
Where'd he go?
Oh no.
He was right there a moment
Okay.
ago. Seems
Oh,
he
I
disappeared
see.
in a blink of an
So
eye.
you need to...
If
Oh,
only we made less
man.
noise.
Okay, so it's not about staying far away. You need to get closer. Okay,
Keijiro.
I see now. Blah, 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 blah. Let's skip through this. Oh, that's so cute.
Love for freedom.
I like, I remember how they did this. Like,
He's getting
you
further
make
and further
the
away.
skirt
Let's catch up a little.
go out like this. Okay, it's okay. We'll get it this time.
Ah, Ryoko, how's
For
business?
sure.
All the better thanks to your generous patronage.
Good. Thankfully, I earn plenty these days.
Oh, but of course, tax collection is difficult work.
Which one should I choose?
Yeah, it's very hard to create a
Now, who else is behind on
scheme
payments?
to rip
Let me
merchants
think.
of all their money.
Yes, the trade association clique still needs to be brought into line.
Should I close early? Sorry. It's not like
He's getting further and further away!
What was that sound?
Shh! Quiet! Don't let him
Okay.
find us! Too close! That's too close! He'll notice us for sure!
And this is the part where you press
Further
one.
and further away! Let's catch up a little!
Okay, we got it. Wow. This is really Skyrim sneaking with how close we are to him.
What could he be doing at a place like...
It looked like he buried something over there, didn't it? Why don't we take a look?
He buried something over there. Let's dig.
Whoa! It's a ledger.
A ledger, okay.
Boring! Paimon thought he'd hidden a big pile of Mora here.
Ah, yes, the real reason Paima came along.
Yeah.
Let me take a look here. Aha, yes! This
Such
is
a
what we're
greedy
looking
little
for.
gremlin.
A clear and complete record of every single transaction, each one proof of his guilt.
Oh, I thought we were going to... A ledger?
Great!
Tommy,
Well,
a
now
ledger
we have our
is
hard
a
evidence.
record of
Let's get some praise
transactions.
to the good news, shall we?
I'll say goodbye to you here then.
Oh,
Huh? You aren't gonna come with us?
I need a little more time before I'm ready to face the head of the association. I'm sorry.
It was extremely fast assessment.
Poor Werner's a pretty awkward
Maybe there
guy,
was a
huh?
time skip. Yeah, I guess he knows.
Next on the agenda.
I thought we were going to find where he was hiding all the crystal marrow. But why would you bury your ledger out in the sand? That's so weird. Like, why wouldn't you, like, keep it, like, in your building? That's so bizarre. Oh, where am I going? Oh,
We're
I'm
way
trying to
behind
go back to
schedule.
this place.
But we really don't have anything left. If this keeps up, our sales will come in at a loss. There'll be nothing left for us to do but starve.
You know the decree. The rules are the rules. No discounts, no exceptions, and no excuses.
You're the one making a mockery of the rules here, Keijiro.
And who are you? Another new member of the association?
It just so happens that we found your little ledger, so now we're here to tell everyone all about how you embezzled crystal marrow to sell it right back to the taxpayers.
Huh? Is this true?
You've been swindling us!
Well, you see, the taxes,
Alright. See ya, Ida. We'll be ending stream soon anyways. But thank you for joining.
Let me take a look at the ledger.
Eraser reads through each and every item in the
Well,
ledger.
would you look at that? Every payment the association has made is right here in your personal ledger. So, Mr. Keijiro, it seems you have some explaining to do. How shall we settle this,
So you think you can use this against me, do you? It's quite obvious that I'm merely trying to earn a modest living for myself, like anyone else.
Word has it that Samurai and the
yes,
Commission place
modest.
great importance on reputation and prestige. Though I'm sure Commission members won't blame you once word gets out.
Well, at least there's some justice in
Huh?
this setting.
Is that a threat? Are you threatening
Like,
me?
in some places, like, it would be open knowledge that he could do
No,
this.
not
Like,
at
there's gonna be
all.
just no
I'm
one would
simply
be able to
stating
do
that it
anything
would
about
be
it.
quite a pity if an illustrious gentleman such as yourself were to have their reputation tarnished.
Well, even if what you say is true, what do you suggest we do about it?
nice business you have here would be a shame if
I
you were to
believe you
burn
still have a
down.
quantity of crystal marrow in your possession, correct? Perhaps that crystal marrow could be used as compensation for the recent tax hike, and us merchants could finally have some more breathing room.
Is that it?
Ugh. Do you have any idea the hoops I had to jump through to get the crystal marrow and keep it hidden?
Oh, okay, he just admits it.
Fine. In that case, I'll send it over to...
And not even an ounce of shame for his action.
So that's it? My shop's been closed for weeks now. I've even had to ask my friends to help bail me out. What about my losses?
Come on, Harrison. We've already struck a good deal here.
I'm sick of being pushed around like this. I won't let him off so easily.
Harrison!
Hey, what's all this racket? Does someone dare question the decree?
Ah, Chief, you've arrived.
Uh-oh.
What was all the commotion I heard?
Oh, we were just discussing a minor tax issue. I do my utmost to lend them a helping hand, but they're never grateful.
Oh, what's gonna happen?
A helping hand? The only thing you're doing is stuffing your greedy pockets with our hard-earned wealth. I assure you that Hirage Shinsuke will hear of this.
Oh, and you dare to utter the commissioner's name. You outlanders have no
Yeah,
respect for the
this
rules.
is what I expect. This is more what I expected. Like, people find out he's being...
Seize the merchants.
corrupt
We will
and just no
resolve
one
this
cares.
dispute back at headquarters.
Uh-oh. This is going in a bad direction.
Gentlemen, come now. Is
Oh,
there
okay,
any
now
need
it's
for
very
this?
Thomas.
If there's a
I
dispute to
forgot
resolve,
about him,
let's
actually.
get a drink and...
Who are you supposed to be? And why in my right mind would I join you for a drink?
You never heard of the Fixer?
Context, Paimon, context.
Here's my card.
Huh. You're from the Yashiro Commission.
Shh.
Huh. Well, this is Kanjo Commission territory. However powerful the Yashiro Commission may be, you have no business meddling in Rito's affairs.
Of course not, of course not. Still, perhaps you could show the young...
Huh? Wait. Oh, that's Ayaka's fan.
lady of our clan some courtesy. You wouldn't want your name showing up in a petition to the Shogun, would you?
That fan, the Shirasagi Himegimi. I don't need any trouble with her. Okay, let's forget all this. It'll give us one less thing to worry about.
But, Chief!
I guess...
Enough!
his name
We're
dropping
leaving.
Ayaka.
Let's get dinner one day soon, gentlemen. My treat, I insist. No response, huh? I suppose that bridge is well and truly burned
Toma
then.
is actually a
Thank you
government
so much,
employee
Toma.
himself.
But I'm sorry your relationship with the Kanjo Commission had to suffer for our sake.
Hey, I was joking. It's a small price to pay, and you're more than welcome. If there's anyone you should be thanking, it's the Traveler. She's the one who found a way to turn things around. If nothing else, I'm sure the tax collection Ashigaru will tread a little more carefully in the future.
What was all that?
Shh, not here. Too many people
Yeah,
listening.
come on,
Let's
keep
move
quiet.
somewhere else.
Okay. I am going to call it there. We can continue this another time. Alright. Thank you everyone for tuning in today. I'm glad you all could make it to my stream with the new audio setup. And so, I will be streaming again Friday at 8 o'clock. Same time, same place. We will be playing a horror game, The Shore. It's a Lovecraftian horror game, and so we'll see what it has in store for us. Okay. Thank you, Hatanashi. Or, wait. Hatanashi isn't here. Okay, sorry. Thank you, Tommy, Ida, Nono, Pyro, Elite, Ark. Thank you all for showing up. I hope you all have a good night and hope to see you all again Friday. Good night, everyone.